Welcome to From Field to Stream TV. In this programme, I'm actually going to be in front of the camera for once, and I'm going to show you this wonderful river which is called the Fife. And I'm going to tackle up with a light fly rod and a spinner and see if we can catch some wild brown trout. That's my first sea trout of the season. So today we're on the wonderful little River Eden here in Fife, and I'm in to a fish straight away. Just come down here and we're into a fish. Now this is looks like a little, actually it could be a salmon parr. It could be a salmon parr. We'll bring it in. No, it's an absolutely spanking fresh run sea trout. I'm going to wet my hands here. Absolutely stunning little sea trout. That's it safely unhooked. And there you go. Beautiful silver sea trout. That's my first sea trout of the season off the Fife Eden. We're going to slowly put it back and hopefully that fish goes off and lays a few eggs and we'll get a few more sea trout in the Eden. I'll tell you a wee bit about this rig that I use on small rivers. I like to travel very light. I like to carry just one rod, and in this case it's a Gray's 9-foot 5/6 fly rod. I've got a wee tiny Mitchell reel on that's probably about 20 or 30 years old. My main line is 10-pound Maxima. I've got a size 12, I think it is, roller swivel, and then I've got 4-pound Maxima hook length. And in these conditions where it's quite bright but the water's slightly coloured, I'm using a size 2 Black Fury Mep. If the conditions change a wee bit, I'll maybe put a couple of split shots on, a size 10 hook, and start doing some upstream worming. And also in my pockets I've got all my fly gear. If I see a rise start, I can quickly put the centre pin on, the fly gear. So I'm covering all the conditions. We're into a good fish here. This is, and it's off. It's come off. Would you believe it? That was fish number 3 out of this pool, and it's come off. Good size as well, probably around about a pound. And we're into another, and that's off. Can you believe it? That's another fish off. This technique that I'm using, it's more or less upstream spinning with a size 2 Black Fury Mep. And in these water conditions, there's a slight colour in there, but it's quite bright, as you can see as well. I always find these Black Furies with the luminous yellow spots on are very good at catching fish. As you can see, I'm casting upstream and then working my way down in like a fan. The next cast will go a bit more square, across there, and this one will swing round with the current. Because and slow my spinning down a wee bit, and that just had a knock there. So I'll do the same cast again. I can feel the blades biting into the current, so I'm slowing the spinning down a wee bit, give the fish a chance to get it, and we're in. And we're off. Another one come off. And the reason some of these fish are coming off is I like to fish these small rivers with barbless hooks. Now you are going to be getting quite a lot of small trout at this time of year, and you don't want to damage these fish. You want to return them safely, so the barbs are actually off. So I'm hooking quite a lot just now, but I've only brought 2 to the bank, but it's still good fun. The fish is on, you get a fight, and you don't have the danger of injuring any smaller fish. Right, we'll start again casting upstream. Long cast up and a very fast wind down. You want your spinner to be going faster, and we're into another one. That one's off. No way. I think that's fish 7 now in 15 minutes. There's another one, just went for the spinner. And another one, and it's on. This one's on, looks like it's going to stay on. Rod's going well here, good bend in the rod. This is a nice fish. This is pulling. Again, it's a fish around about ½ pound. Brilliant bit of sport. There we go. Wet my hands again. Get the forceps out. Beautiful little brown trout, this one. Get your hooks out. Beautiful little brownie. Safely returned. What more could you ask for? What a cracking day out here. We've just moved down the pool a wee bit, and I'm into yet another fish. Absolutely cracking wee brown trout, these. That's another one. Stunning fish. This one's the keepable size, so we're going to dispatch it. Around about 3/4 pound. I think we've earned one of these for tea. So that's it. Quickly dispatched. Should have brought a priest. Hey ho. I wasn't aiming on killing any fish, but we've got them. There you go. Wild Eden brown trout. Pan size, going to be beautiful eating. Superb. So we've moved from the tail of the pool up into the main body of the pool. Slightly slow water. We're going to use the same technique. Start casting upstream into the faster water and a quick return back down. And slowly fan my way through until I'm spinning almost straight downstream. Just had one on there, and a fish just came at the spinner as I was winding it in. So we'll try this again. In again, a cracking fish. This one's putting up a real good scrap out there. And on this light rod, you get some really good sport. As these are getting released, I want to try and get these in as quickly as possible. They're cracking fish, putting up a really good scrap. Not quite the best place to land a fish here, but we'll get this one in. Some people say I should have a net, but don't really need one. Here it comes. This is another sea trout. That's two sea trout. Early for this time. Early for this river. I can't remember catching sea trout this time of year before, but they're more than welcome. There you go. That's the sea trout. It's not quite as fresh, but it's definitely a wee sea trout. Beautiful. And back it goes to fight another day. I've just noticed these wild garlic leaves here. Find them on a lot of riverbanks. And the two trout that we've kept, I'll use some of these leeks for a little bit, not leeks, these wild garlic leaves for a wee bit of flavour. And I've also noticed allium, which some of us call the wild leek. And this also gives you some good flavours. More than welcome. Tastes delicious actually. That really is leaky. So we'll get a few of these flavours all mixed in with our trout, which we just call food of the gods. Well, that was certainly an action-packed hour of trout fishing. Caught some lovely wee fish, and in a future programme we'll be returning to the Fife Eden, and I'll probably be going through worming techniques, wet fly techniques, and possibly, as the evenings grow warmer, some dry flies, so some action at the top.